So a Ten Hag inner, a Ten Hag outer, and a Ten Hag fencer all walked into a bar. They all looked at the bartender, and the bartender responded with a, "Can I get you guys anything?" And they all three in unison said, "Yes." A decision from Ineos, please. Not funny?
No. Bruno Fernandes! It's Fred! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found. And scores first Premier League goal at Old Trafford.
Out to you if you're just joining in. If you're here, I appreciate you so much. This is the Football Power Hour. My name is Botswanapapi or Bots, or you can just simply call me Power Hour. I really don't care. What I care about, though, is that Ineos, the Ineos gang, can they make a decision already? Please, 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 can you guys get to it? The strategic review of eriktenhag is not looking so strategic anymore. The strategic review of Ten Hag is looking more like what's the word? It's just looking incompetent. Now, I think the title for today's show is obviously we'll talk about the transfer rumors and updates and stuff, but Ineos is incapable. And ladies and gentlemen, Ineos is incapable of making a decision. Ineos just do not know which way to go. And that is not a good look. I'll tell you why it's not a good look. First of all, if you're a player, you want to know where you're going. You want to know who you're going to be playing for. You want to know what type of football to expect. And the transfer window is about to open, and we have not even made an indication of like, oh, this is where we're going. And how does that look on us? I have this feeling that we're going to start the preseason, behind everybody, and it's going to be a trickle-down effect from this incapable, incompetence, ineptitude of the Ineos gang. It's not looking good. It's not advisable at all. I just don't understand why you're going to take so long. The strategic review started, matter of fact, it started when Jason Wilcox entered the building. And Jason Wilcox, if I'm not mistaken, it's been at least April 20th.
Oh my God!
Man United appointed Jason Wilcox as technical director as a shake-up under Sir Jim Ratcliffe. My Lord, 420. Where are we right now? June 3rd, the end of June 3rd. It's about to be June 4th. In Shiv's country, it's already June 4th. And we still don't know where we're going. I don't know if I'm the only one that's so frustrated about this, but I just need a decision. I almost feel like this is one thing that Ten Hag inners, Ten Hag outers, even the fences are more like, nah, this is not a good vibe right now. We need to be making a move. And, sometimes when you're at the party and you're hoping you're going to dance with someone, or you wanting to dance with someone, and, the DJ stops playing like that, the fast tempo songs, and now it's like slower music. It's because everybody else is sort of like, everybody that's looking for someone that night has found somebody. And right now, Ineos is that guy who's still on the dance floor when the DJs are picking up the equipment. It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, shout out to Shay, by the way. Shay, Arsenal in the building, saying big up. Shout out to you, Shay. I bet you are having a good time looking at this Ineos indecisiveness. As an Arsenal fan, I think like all you can sort of do is just like get your popcorn out and just be like, look at these guys. They continue to make us laugh even when the season is over. Chelsea has been in the clown club of the season, in my opinion, and we've been just playing, musical chairs in terms of clowning people. And right now, I feel like Ineos is making us even bigger clowns. And this is very disappointing considering the fact that I was excited at one point thinking, you know what? We have people that know what they want. But nah, these cyclist guys do not know what they want. And word on the street from Fabrizio Romano is that Man United have been out here talking to other agents. We have been talking to other agents while the strategic review is happening. And Fabrizio hardly ever lies. Talking about lies, let me do shout outs first and then we're going to get to the lies because I feel like today we have to drop a 007 list of people that have spewed some incorrect things, some incorrect Kool-Aid. And some of us, we took a sip of it before the FA Cup. Before we get to that, shout out to Admiral Drex says, what were we expecting? These guys haven't been successful with any football club. They're taking that time not to make a mistake. I would not say inept Ineos, but rather snail pace Ineos. Drex, good point there. Sometimes, okay, here's the thing. If by any crazy chance they do this thing where Ten Hag, maybe right now they're just going back and forth on the terms and conditions of the contract, right? Ten Hag is saying, nah, I do not want to relinquish veto power and transfer say, and it's like a whole back and forth. If that's the case, because right now it's all just speculation, right? If that's the case, Drex, and that taking that time to really get to a very happy compromise, I would be look at Ineos differently. And I'll be the first one to be like, okay, it's not inept Ineos, it's incredible Ineos. Matter of fact, the thing that would be incredible if by some like crazy chance they get like Ancelotti here. I know, that's a dream. That's like me, it's like I'm sniffing glue if I say that. But who knows? Ineos pulled Omar Barada. Nobody was expecting that. Could Ineos deliver Zidane? Zinedine Zidane? I would be excited about that. I don't know. Maybe in the minority, let me know how you would feel about that move. Obviously, I think Drex, I remember you've mentioned De Zerbi is loading. If it's De Zerbi and he gets the budget and the backing, I'm going to stand behind De Zerbi. But right now, I'm not going to stand behind this long review. Right now, this review is so long that I am now saying it's time for us, the fans, to review the review. Make that make sense, Drex. Shout out to Munch saying big up bots and everyone in the chat. Hit the like button and subscribe to Football Power Hour. Drop a bomb on it. Big up to you, Munch. Hope all is well and swell. Stephanie in the house saying big up Papi, Shay, Drex, and Munch, and the legends in the chat. Yale, another legend, says, what is confusing to me? Where are we getting these timelines of when they are going to announce anything? They'll release a statement when the time is ready, not before. Yale, this is the perfect segue. I'll get to everybody else that's in the house. I see Box, I see R10, I see you. Listen. Yes, Yale, you just mentioned this, and I want to just go ahead and say, if I can find my marker, the time has come for us to... Oh, on the whiteboard, we had the Sancho cycle. That's the last thing that was on the whiteboard. But right now, the whiteboard has to be updated because it's no more about the Sancho cycle. It's now about the Ineos cycle and what some of the factors that are contributing towards this Ineos limbo situation that is just sort of an unhealthy place for us, the fans, because we Believe it or not, I think we deserve some answers. We have a communications department, for God's sake. What are they doing? I can tell you for free, they're not communicating. What are they doing? If they go to the payroll office this Friday, they should forfeit their salary. Cause imagine you meet somebody that at that bar, right? The bar where you see the Ineos, the Ten Hag inner, Ten Hag out, and the Ten Hag fencer. Like you see the guy who works at the communications department, or the woman, or the person that works at the communications department. You're saying, "How's work going?" Or "How you doing? What is your work?" I'm good. My work is to communicate. I'm the representative of the club to the fans and the rest of the media. Like, so have you been ill all week or what? Like, seriously, it's incredible. It's incredible, and it has to be called out. Yeah, I feel like we deserve a little as fans. Correct me if I'm a little. I feel you feel it's a little bit of an entitled opinion, but I think as people that pay money to watch this club, people that buy the merch from this club. We were here before Ineos. We deserve a little bit of like, this is what's happening. It doesn't have to be, we're fully like, bro, just tell us what's going on. That can give us a little bit of solace. Anyway, talking about Yale, your point about what is confusing the people who are getting these timelines, I want to first of all make this 007 watch list. We're going to put some people on a watch list today, right? I feel like, remember, Yale, remember right before the FA Cup final versus Manchester City, an individual, what is his name? We got receipts. The internet never forgets. What is his name? Let's see. Is it Jacob Steinberg? I think it's Jacob Steinberg. Let me just double check before I spew something. I become a 007 agent myself. But is it Jacob Steinberg, the guy who works for the Guardian, who wanted to break this news? I think it's Jacob Steinberg. He said Ten Hag decision is already made. He works for the Guardian, right? And he said Ten Hag will be in or out, right? It doesn't even matter what the FA Cup result is. He said that. Let me see if I can find the actual receipt. Jacob Steinberg. I'm new to this like journalism game and how it's going, and I realize that these people that just play guesswork. And my friend Jacob Steinberg, you lucky I do not have people that could knock on your Twitter timeline and say, listen, Papi's looking for you. You promised us with an exclusive. You said you're a journalist for The Guardian and many other people. Let me see how many followers Jacob Steinberg has. Oh my Lord, you wouldn't believe this. 195K.
Oh my God! Jesus is Lord!
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Steinberg, do not call yourself a journalist. Consider yourself a 007 journalist, fabricator of news. Second person that we have to talk about. I watched an interview. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you I did this. Let's see if we can find a snippet of it. Hold on. These guys got me pissed. I woke up this morning. First thing I did, did not even check to see what, important emails from work or whatever, or what my mom said, nothing about family. I was like, let's go to Fabrizio. Let's see what Fabrizio has to say. Nothing from Fabrizio about decisive. Nothing decisive on Ten Hag. from Fabrizio. And then I'm like, okay, I guess it's just yet another day where we play guesswork. Now, where is this interview that I saw? It was on the United stand. It was, what's her name? Beth. She was interviewing, what's his name? Oh my Lord, let's go to it. Let's go to it. She was interviewing Ben Jacobs. Oh Lord, Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs. Let me see if I can find that snippet because this is frustrating. I have to call it out. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? So, Mr. Jacobs, you spewed some things, Mr. Jacobs. The internet has receipts. If only I can find them. There's just so many receipts, though. If only I can find the right receipt. But I'll tell you right now, Ben Jacobs was asked, bro. Well, Beth didn't say bro, but she was like, in a very like professional demeanor, like she always has. We have incredible journalist, Mr. Ben Jacobs, to tell us about what's happening with eriktenhag and Ineos. Is this the one? Hold on, let me see. This is the one. I should have made sure I stacked these receipts up properly. But okay, I'm just checking on the there it is. Yes, the transfer the title of the show is Ten Hag deadline set. 4 days ago. Let me see if I can show a snippet of it. I might get like copyright strike, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Goldbridge decides. But I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of it. We have to call it out. All right, here we go. How do I? I'm gonna share this, and hopefully it doesn't backfire on me. There we go. Boom. That's it right there. That's it right there. Okay, so Mr. Jacobs. Okay. That's the amazing intro that Mr. Jacobs does not deserve. Yeah, pleasure. Do it, Beth. Before the week is out,
Oh my God.
Ben Jacobs creating a timeline that's non-existent. You see, Yale, what I'm talking about? He said this is before my birthday. Where are we right now? About to enter June 4th. Ben Jacobs, I think you consider yourself a journalist, but guess what? You are also a 007 agent. Let's put his name in there. Where did I put my Sharpie now? While I was looking for Ben Jacobs' receipt, I lost the Sharpie. Where is my marker? We gotta put his name on the 007 watch list. These guys, like they it's just like I'm realizing it's all guesswork. Ben Jacobs. I bet if we dig deeper, we'd find him saying, "Oh, Qatari have decided. Qataris are here." You know what I'm saying? These guys gotta be called out. Lucky my platform is not that big. Next person that we have to talk about is Fabrizio Romano. You know what? He didn't say, he didn't give a date. He didn't say anything as decisive as, say, Ben Jacobs saying, by the weekend, we're going to know. But Fabrizio's latest update is that, you know what? Man United board is talking to other let me get the actual update from Fabrizio. He said, so I'm not paraphrasing. he said something along the lines of, wait, I had it open right here. Mr. Romano said Ineos have been talking to several managers in the last few days. Right? When you think about it, it suggests, okay, you know what? Ten Hag is gone. Right? Why would they keep doing this if they're still in a strategic review? It's definitely not strategic, as I said, but it's just giving vibes of like, bro, why have you not decided? And Fabrizio, for me, I'm unhappy with Fabrizio because now you're just saying stuff that you said before, even before the FA Cup final. The whole thing is like, we've been talking to the representatives of McKenna before, we've been talking to the representatives of who was the other one we're linked to? Tuchel. Now we know Tuchel, the T, Mr. T Tuchel, and the T don't stand for Thomas. The T stands for twerker. He's been pretty much twerking for any club that needs a new manager. And at the end of the day, I'm not excited about Thomas Tuchel as maybe some people in this chat maybe. But for me, Fabrizio, he did not give a timeline, Yale. But these two guys are the ones that have given a timeline so far. Ornstein did not give a timeline as far as I know. If somebody has a receipt, please present it forward because I want to call out some of this nonsense. It is just too much. I do not like it. They're playing with my heart. Yale, you're in the future. It's June 4th. The sound is choppy. It's choppy because of this Ineos madness. Let me see if this fixes it. What about now? Hopefully this is better. But it's just Box says, Ben, I just make things up as I go along. Jacobs. That's his nickname. That's his nick. I just make things up as I go along. For real. Like, there's nothing wrong with being like, I do not know. I'm just going to tell you my guess. But he definitively looked at Beth and said, oh, we're going to know by the weekend. And did a couple, like 3-4 blinks. And the thing about it, Yale, I got to tell you, sometimes when white people are not telling the truth, it's very, very, very easy to see. You can see like the nonverbal is a lot louder than any other race. And it's just the honest truth. And Ben Jacobs, his blinking, it showed me that somebody's making things up as they go along here. And Ben, I know nothing Jacobs should be his name. Yale says, I think I need a larger board. We got a lot more 007 agents, Yale. I think by the end of the week, this board is going to need to be... Who else has lied about this so far? Everybody just wants to rush to be the first one to announce things. And like, guys, there is no benefit in lying to the masses. Just tell the truth. That's how you get credibility as a journalist. Be like, this is my guess. There's nothing wrong. And I'm going to say right now that my guess is like, if the conversations are back and forth between eriktenhag and Ineos right now, it's more about the negotiation of the terms and conditions of the next chapter. Like, they're not happy with how Ten Hag has had maybe some of the... maybe the veto power, as I mentioned, in the transfers. It's more like, this is how we want to do our business moving forward. And Ten Hag is like, no, what about this? And it's a whole back and forth about like relinquishing power from both ends, And if at all, my guess, since was on the guessing speculative train right now, my guess is if they end up reaching an agreement, they will also supplement that agreement with an extension. It's not going to be, we're going to let Ten Hag rock out till the last year of his contract is over. No, it's going to be like, Ineos have have come to an agreement with eriktenhag, and they've extended the deal to by another 3 years or something, or 2 years plus one, something of that nature. This is my feeling. This is just my inclination. I could be wrong. It's a speculation. Our chances, the wait, what? Fiduciary duty is to their investors, not the fans. Bro, the fans come before the investors, Art. And I hear you. I hear you. At the end, it's like the money talks, right? But honestly, the order of things, if that's how Ineos views it, the order is being viewed wrong by Ineos. That's just my feeling on it. Box earlier on said, I don't want Roberto Di Zerbi. Oh, Yale says we should put Samuel Lockhurst on that list. Mr. Lockhurst, I don't have the receipt yet, but we're going to put you on 007 watch list. These guys, by the way, when we read that news, you don't read them like this. You read them with a side eye. Samuel Lockhurst is now, how would we call him? Mr. Luck first. Samuel Side Eye Lockhurst. You're a 007 agent, sir. You're not just a journalist. You are a 007 certified 007 watch list. That's where you belong right now. Because the way I do not have a receipt yet, but I presume Yale does, you know. Yale with a question, by the way, that I do not want to move on to the rest of the chat without looking at is, I have a question to you all. Have you enjoyed watching Manchester United this season? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not, Yale. It's been tumultuous. It's been blood pressure. It's been too much, man. And, you know, the way we ended made up for a lot of it, but not all of it for me. It made up for some of it to the extent where I was like, you know, this, and the reason why I say that is because for most of the season, we did not have the full squad. We did not have the defense that we knew that like brought us to where we were last season. I'm talking about that immaculate center back pairing, right? Rafael Varane and Lisandro Butcher Martinez. And we had him back. And I was nervous because I was like, the match rhythm is one thing. They don't have it. But you know what? Martinez was able to play his game. Varane was there and they complemented each other. There was only one scare moment, right, in that FA Cup final, the very beginning, when Haaland had that duel with Martinez. But other than that, I realized, I was like, you know what? If we have the players that play the way the manager wants to play, we can actually be in a good place. And that's why, like, I had a little bit of a moment to just be like, let's hold on a little bit. I've been frustrated with this club. I've been frustrated with the manager and how he was not able to use the best of the tools that he had to the best of his ability, in my opinion. Somebody else can have a different opinion on that. But like, I just was not happy with it. And then by the moment when we saw what we can do with a fully fit squad, I was like, we are actually putting on a game here versus the best team in the world, Manchester City. So that was comforting in some way. But then obviously looking at the rest of the season, it was just like so tiring. So excruciating, emotionally, psychologically taxing. And looking at the likes of Amrabat having a good game versus a midfield of Rodri, De Bruyne. Like, you're like, what? Why didn't we just put in Amrabat? That we should have never put him in left back to begin with. Because it was a chain reaction, a trickle down effect of like players being put in different positions because whatever, we're lacking important players, but it was just like too much experimentation to the point where I was like, who let eriktenhag in the kitchen? Because he's cooking boiled eggs and cereal right now. But honestly, the last game of the season, he prepared a really nice meal and I enjoyed it. And that made me think, well, this chef is not as bad as I was thinking. Maybe he just needs to have the proper ingredients in there and we can actually do well. That is my response to that. But we'll talk about this. I feel like we haven't done a proper season review, and I've been sort of waiting on this review from Ineos to conclude. But we will do that. We will do that and dive deeper into this question that you posed. Very good question, Yale. Shout out to Callum in the house. Callum Grunshaw. Shout out to you, fam. Thank you for being here, guys. If you're just joining in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Mental Ball Game says, does Omo know you stole his whiteboard? Omo knows I've had this whiteboard longer than he's had his whiteboard. We can have a battle of the whiteboards one day, What's special about this whiteboard is KG, the comedian, has touched it with his hand, I was thinking about it the other day, being like, this whiteboard has been places. And if you think about it, KG has shaken the hand of Roberto Carlos, one of my favorite fullbacks ever. And I was like, you know what? Respect this whiteboard. It has heritage. Yo. Yale says, I'm almost insulted by that comment about white people and, feelings and but it's just true. I'm glad you took it the right way. I thought about it for a second. Oh, Stephanie says, embarrassed to say they don't know. It's not sexy enough to generate headlines. It's Stephanie. It's authenticity. Truth is sexier than fabrication. Honestly. Yale says, I'm 90% sure eriktenhag will be gone. I won't celebrate if they do remove him. I won't have cake. I do not enjoy having managers removed. Results are just too bad to keep him. Fair enough. And I'm almost more like we need continuity. I feel like Yale will be going back, and I'll look at Man United and say, I need my 2 years back, man. Wasting my 2 years being so happy about we're finally trying to build now. We're finally we have a manager who's got his ideas. We may not like, whether you like his ideas or not, he has his way of playing football, and we're not really going to back him. We're going to go ahead and sack him. It's just going to hurt that way, And Box says Samuel Lucas looks like a kid who... Oh, God. Samuel Hurtside, says Stephanie. Ineos, congratulations.
Get out of here, man.
Let's give him a get out of here. R10 says, I'm 90% sure eriktenhag will still be with us in November. Ooh. That is interesting, R10. If that is actually the truth, if he's still here in November, I hope he also has the backing, though, because otherwise we'll be here scrambling again. We'll be out here we have to get proper reinforcements in the summer. And this is a good actual moment to segue into potential reinforcements that are coming. Jadon Sancho, by the way, 10 hours ago or so, released a statement. And it reads a little something like, what a crazy 6 months, Dortmund. We win together, we lose together. These moments only make us stronger. I'm so grateful to be a part of such an amazing group of players. I want to congratulate Real Madrid on winning Champions League. They're not reading your congratulations, Sancho, but okay, fair enough. You can go ahead and congratulate them. We came up short on the night. Say I. Okay. Sancho says, we came up short on the night, but we should be super proud of ourselves. We're family, and these moments won't break us. There's a lot of we, a lot of us. Okay. Thank you to everybody who came out to support us on such a special day. Dortmund, I want to thank everyone involved. It's such an amazing club. I can't thank you enough for welcoming me back the way you all have during these last 6 months. Thank you to Erden, Sebastian, Hans for believing in me. And bringing me back. Finally, a special thank you to the Dortmund fans. Your support is amazing, and I'm forever thankful for you all. At first I was like, I was reading this being like, oh, he sounds like he's a part. He wants to be a part of the team, the Dortmund team. But what's with this? I'm forever thankful for you all. It's almost feeling like a farewell. It's half I want to be here, half I want to be farewell. So I cannot really put my nose on what this Jadon Sancho statement is about. Is he going to be a reinforcement to the Man United squad? Is he not going to be a reinforcement? That is the question. I don't know. What do you feel about this Jadon Sancho statement, by the way? But wait, almost a professor. He's always had a whiteboard, says R10. I hadn't seen it in a long time, I hadn't seen it in a long time. So, but shout out to Almost Whiteboard. Ronald says, bring me in. Yes, Ronald, let me post the link in the chat to anybody that wants to join into this conversation. Guys, these 27 people in total tuned in right now. If you're watching this on X, I encourage you, I plead to you to kindly retweet and to actually come and join us on YouTube. Arten says Sancho is from the streets.
Oh my God!
Well, what if the streets don't want Sancho no more? At least the Man United streets. Yeah, mental ball game. I'm going to go with my first inclination too. Sancho's statement sounds like, can I please stay here? I will get a spanking if I go back. It's got a little bit of that, right? The last sentence was like, I want to thank this person, that person for believing in me. But it also feels like there was a lot of us and we win together, we lose together. Like, bro, you're asking to stay. He's asking to stay. Box says Don Carlo just wins trophies and doesn't need to make written statements, right, Box? That's if Ineos could pull a madness and bring in Don Carlo. I don't know how, but I don't know how they would bring in a big person from Manchester City, but they did. I would forgive them for all this limbo. Carlo Ancelotti is a far-fetched dream. His wishes were horses, right? But a more realistic one could be maybe Zidane. I actually would not mind Zidane at all. If we had a little bit of like a proper plan in mind that they had, then they should just go ahead and execute, because right now this is not looking good. Shout out to Nick in the house saying Dumela Ra. Big up. Dumela Ra is how you say hello in my language, by the way. So that is how you spell it. Nick, you're a legend. You're a legend. You got the spelling correct as well, And Ra, by the way, Dumela is hello and Ra is sir or Mr. or that's how you say it. Dumela. So big shout out to you, fam. Ancelotti is retiring once his Real Madrid contract is up, says Yale. Yeah, you're right. I know I'm just daydreaming by saying if only Carlo, it's if wishes were horses, but the day he decides to leave Real Madrid, he'll be so tired of winning that he's like, you know what? Let me go and look for a different challenge. And that challenge is on the beach. And that's honestly when you have completed the game. That's when you would leave Real Madrid, in my opinion. So shout out to Carlo Ancelotti, man. And his legacy is strong. And I want to give it a shout out because I feel like a lot of people are not giving it the respect that it deserves. It is actually incredible that this guy has 5 Champions Leagues. File that under records that will probably not be broken in the next 25 years. Now, by the way, the Champions League is going to have a new format. Nobody really knows what the impact of that format is going to be when we get into it, and how like that's going to affect like the bigger teams. Is it going to favor teams like Real Madrid, or is it going to favor the underdogs? Nobody really knows yet until we get there. But right now, with the traditional format that we've had, Carlo Ancelotti, he is a super legend in my book. So he deserves his flowers. Talking about real quick transfer updates and rumors, Fabrizio Romano, who nearly made the 007 shortlist, he says Manchester United and Liverpool have both been monitoring Gonzalo Inacio ahead of the summer transfer window. His release clause is worth 60 million. Man United are still discussing internally how many centre backs they want to bring. For sure, at least one right footed. At least there's a conversation. But I'll tell you right now for free that Mr. Ignacio is gonna reject us because he doesn't even know what kind of like club he's signed. Who's gonna be the manager? Like why would you get into a club that's this rebuild is just like the worst rebuild you can think of. Real Madrid are currently in a rebuild. Real Madrid are currently in a transition period and they still manage to get trophies. They still manage to not use that as an excuse. I'm starting to look at these guys as like, this should be the standard that we should go for. You know, I know our heritage and our state of the clubs are very different places right now, but think that think about that for a second for context. Be like, okay, if people are going to use rebuild as an excuse, how come another club is able to rebuild and be in a transition phase and still be able to stay in a stabilized position? It's not as turbulent as ours. What does that say about the people, behind the scenes for us? I don't know. Let's hear the thoughts of Sashiv in the house.
Big up. Can you hear me? Can you
I
hear
can hear
me?
you live and
Okay,
direct, my G.
perfect.
How
Now I
you
can
doing?
hear. Yeah, I'm very good, man. And happy, very good morning to you. I just had a lovely coffee and a breakfast today.
Nice, nice, nice. Lovely coffee, lovely breakfast, but still no decision on eriktenhag. How do you feel
Yeah,
about that,
until
bro?
Ten Hag, until Ten Hag.
Till Ten Hag. How do you like? Do you prefer that they take that time? Like somebody in the chat sort of said also like sometimes taking your time may not be a completely bad thing. Like where do you stand with it?
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they take this long until August just for the just for the banter and all.
Just for the banter, for real,
Indeed,
for
man.
real.
For real, man.
I
I'm,
I'm
I'm happy.
I'm
I'm not at all surprised, man. I'm literally like stress free from from the summer transfers and all.
Mhm.
I was just going to do a I was just going to do a keep, sell, and loan stream, but like I actually chose not to do it today. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I hear it. I hear it. I also want to welcome men like Ronald in the building.
Good morning to you.
Big up bots, big up Sashev.
Big up,
My
man.
bro, how
Yo,
are
what's up?
you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm relaxed. Can't
Yeah,
lie.
calm.
Yeah, on the football end, I'm relaxed. No problem.
Nice.
Nothing to defend. Nothing to worry about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Here is a little something to consider really quickly. By the way, this Real Madrid rebuild, bro. That's the point that I was just talking on before I invited you guys. Like, let me just tell you really quickly right now that I mean, I know you're well aware of like the upgrades that they got. Obviously, Mbappe is now has been announced. You know,
And Rick as well.
we have Endrick,
I,
who's what, 17,
yeah, Hendrik
18,
is coming.
Camavinga is
Yeah.
21, Bellingham is 20, Vinicius is 23, Rodrigo 23, Chouamini 24, Brahim Diaz 24, Mbappe is only 25, Valverde, who just got the number 8 from Cruz, is 25, Lunin, who pretty much was responsible for getting them to the final as a goalkeeper, is 25, Militao is 26. These guys are set for the next 10 years.
And do you realize there's one more player that they're gonna bring in?
Who's that?
Alfonso Davies.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
Alfonso Davies. Yeah, yeah,
You
he's coming.
know, is this unfair?
No,
Should we
they
be?
do their business
I mean,
smartly.
I know we're not even in the Champions League. I don't think we'll be in the Champions League next season with the way that we're moving. But you face Real Madrid, like versus Manchester United, or who's going to stop this team? I guess that's the question that I want to ask. Who's going to stop
See,
this
at
Real
the end of the
Madrid?
day, bots, you have to understand that this again. I recently watched this one. What do you call it? Documentary
Yes,
Yeah.
on Netflix. It was basically Figo's one, right? And
yes,
Figo documentary basically talks about Perez and the start of Perez.
yes. He
I
was the first
understand.
signing for Perez from Barcelona.
Yes, I understand what he's doing right now. Because Perez has this idea of scaring people. He wants to scare teams. Do you not feel like they already had Mbappe locked in like 1 week before Champions League even happened?
They did, but Mbappe was twerking for. He said AC Milan is his other favorite team. I show speed, who's not a journalist at all, but he said Mbappe might go to Arsenal. There
No,
was
you
like
you
there was
nah, like no, those were not even realistic. AC Milan, no.
no, but like they gave
Arsenal,
you some
no.
thought, like be like, what if he goes to AC Milan
No.
instead of? What if
The,
there's a sudden twist in
what his
football?
idea was that he
Yeah,
wants to scare people and scare teams. Now, again, your question is coming from a side of being scared. Who's going to stop them? Can
yeah.
they be stopped?
In a football match, they should be able to be stopped by at least, like somebody should stop them. But that's the question is like, which team is equipped enough to go toe to toe with this Real Madrid side, in your opinions? That's the
I
question
don't
that I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
pose.
I can't even say Man City, to be honest with you. I can't say Man City because even with a broken Real Madrid team, Man City couldn't do the job.
I mean, in some way, what about Atletico Madrid is the only team that has beat Real Madrid this season twice.
Atletico Madrid, again, now, Atletico Madrid might be able to bring the score down. I don't think they can beat them. They might keep the
Yeah.
No,
score
I
nil
don't think
nil. They
so.
might go for a draw.
Yeah.
Score an early goal and then sit. Stink the place. Just not concede more goals. But yeah, like at the end of the day, this is what they do. This is Real Madrid. Welcome. If you don't know, get with the project. Barcelona used to do the same thing. Like they used to build amazing talent. But for a while, they've not been doing it. I want to actually go give them some players, but they don't have money.
Hmm. Yeah.
I want to give. I want to do a swap deal with them, but it's not. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
It-
It ain't easy.
Actually, when I think about it, right? Um, in La Liga, obviously the classic rivalry, El Clasico, right? If at all Barcelona was able to try and get reinforcements to try and compete with this Real Madrid side, they could get if they had the funds somewhere, they could pull another lever, sell 40% of that TV rights, like they always do some crazy fundraising. If they could get enough money, sell a few players, get enough money to buy a player like Bruno, who's right now, his agent is moving around, I guess he's trying to get a new contract for Bruno, but like, also Bruno can also be fed up by the rebuild FC, who would want to continue playing for a club that is a continuous rebuild. But the point that walk with me first, the point that I'm trying to say is like, if Barcelona get a player like Bruno. They have Lewandowski. They have the exciting young players, the Lamil Yamals, and Ansu Fati would go back there. Like that's probably, wouldn't you guys say maybe that's like another team that with maybe like the right investments, they could maybe give Real Madrid a little bit of a run for their money or no?
I
For
would I
me,
would rather want them to. I would rather want them to actually go ahead and use their resources smartly because they have resources. Now you can
Yeah,
sell
yeah, yeah.
Rafinha. You can still sell Rafinha to a Saudi club or some other club, right?
Yeah.
And you can swap because they have enough midfielders. If you think about it, they have enough midfielders, right? So you can do a swap deal with Manchester United, take
Mm.
Sancho for the right wing spot, give us Frankie De Jong.
Sancho to Barcelona. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can take,
Okay,
Good
we're
shout.
we can
cooking
give them a,
something there. Okay, all right,
we
keep
can give
going.
them like a discount of basically lesser salary Sancho, like 350 compared to 400 that you're paying to Frankie De Jong, so that's some money taken off, right? We can
Yeah.
take Frankie De Jong, that's the player we wanted at some point. I don't know
Mm,
if
Dion.
with
De
Erik
Jong,
ten
yeah.
Hag going away, do we need that player? Yes, no, I don't know, right? So yeah, I'm just talking about options of like they should look at swap deals now because
Yeah.
I'm sure they have some players
Correct.
they can use as swaps.
Yeah.
Ansu Fati, for example,
Yes.
any team would take Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati, with the current injuries he's going through, there is not a lot of chances that he's going to make it to the top, right? So use
Yeah.
that player for like they had to send him to Brighton to get some game time.
Hmm.
So why not actually go ahead and take some players? Just go
Well,
ahead
well, the
and
Brighton move, yeah, I guess it was you could say there was some financial implications to it, but apparently also Xavi did not fancy Ansu Fati like that, you know.
yeah. So
So
it just makes sense, right? So just go
Hansi
ahead
Flick
and get
might
some
be able
players.
to get the best out of him. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, but he has to stay fit as well for that.
Yeah.
True,
He
true.
was here at Brighton and he wasn't fit enough. De Zerbi couldn't do anything with him.
He played like he yeah he only played against us. I think I'm like
He
I'm
played a
not.
few games. He did not
He,
start a lot of games.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nick says, "Don't be surprised if Jack Grealish ends up at Real
I
Madrid
wouldn't be
next
surprised. Yeah,
summer."
exactly. Jack Grealish.
No, more than Jack Grealish. Actually, Jack Grealish would be a really good signing for Real Madrid, but
Totally.
I feel like Haaland is also going to leave the Premier League at some point soon. Maybe he might leave with Pep. Who knows? Who knows? And the next destination I think that he'd want to go to is probably Real Madrid. He'll be knocking there, saying, "Do you guys have space for me?" You know.
Nah,
That,
actually he would be the one that might go to Barca.
for who? Oh, Jack Grealish to Barca.
No, no,
Hmm.
no. Haaland.
Oh, Haaland to Barca to replace Lewandowski. That could be something.
Because
Yeah,
Haaland, I guess, still has like 1 or 2 years left. I don't know where exactly you're trying to play Grealish at in Real Madrid. I have no idea. But Vinicius
You
Junior isn't getting dropped. Vinicius Junior is levels above
you
Doku, and Doku
yeah.
puts Grealish to bench. So I'm not too sure how that's working out in your brain. But
mm,
if it is, God bless you.
Damn. Shout out to Compo saying only Manchester City have a remotely comparable squad. The European pool is very weak, in my
I agree with
opinion.
that point. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's scary. It's scary to me, Compost. I know these guys say that calm, that relaxed, but like when you're thinking about the next, like even somebody like Marcelo is already predicting that the next Champions League is going to uh, Real Madrid again. And he was doing that obviously in response to celebrating the signing of Mbappe, and that just makes me feel like these guys have a cheat code, and it's like they're just going. It's not just scaremonger tactics. It's actually like we should be worried because the future looks brighter than ever. Um,
And the
Box also
biggest thing
says
that they need
Real
to do
Madrid don't look
is,
as good
oh,
as
go
they
on.
used to, losing creative geniuses, pure goal scorers, leaders, etc. But modern football is in decline, so it won't affect Real Madrid too much. What do you think about that, Ronald?
What did he say? Box don't look good as they used to.
Saying that
Nah,
Real
not
Madrid
really.
don't look as good as they used to?
Nah, they look better, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
The
Like
creative geniuses
they
was always Barcelona style. And bots, there's one more thing. Barcelona really needs to get rid of those 1 billion. Uh,
Depth,
what what
yeah.
what do they call it? The $1 billion release
Depth.
clause
the
on
release
few
clauses
players.
they have, yeah.
It's a
They need to
death.
get.
Yeah, it is.
They need to remove that, bro. No one's paying 1 billion for Pedri and Gavi together as well,
Well,
and you
you know,
have them
also Ansu
individual.
Fati also
No,
probably I think has a
he
bill.
has. He has 1 billion on his name as well. So no one's gonna come in and buy those players. Just go ahead, bring like redo their contracts and just like make sure you're able to move them out.
Yeah,
Because it's not possible. Barcelona, like I'm looking at their squad right now, like half of their team is made in La Masia, bro. Even then, you're poor. How?
it is kind of crazy when you think about it. You know, yeah, if they get to sell just one of those players, like they would clear that debt. I think that 1 billion debt actually the last time when I checked. So the state of Barcelona and Real Madrid is like one is in paradise, one is in hell, and it's
Yeah, but then
that's
they've made some bad decisions, like giving Frankie De Jong the amount of money they're paying him. I think he's on 750 or something. That's madness.
it's crazy. It's a real
Like I
madness.
think he
They need to
earns
do better
more
with their
than.
businesses as well, and maybe maybe that rebuild will actually fall into place. Because right now the other thing is like players like Lewandowski, they're just washed. They should just the sooner they get rid of Lewandowski, the better off they'll be. You know,
Yeah,
send
like
Lewa to Saudi Arabia and figure out what you're doing. Because didn't they get like that Man City guy Torres? They
Um,
probably also need to clean up some
oh,
of that.
Torres,
They
right?
yeah,
have a
they
Okay.
have
project there
they have
with.
Ferran Torres as well.
Oh, Ferran
Like
Torres. Yeah.
they Yeah, they
Good.
have Ferran Torres. They have Rafinha. They're
Hmm.
trying to move João Felix as well at some point.
Wow.
So and then they have someone called Victor Roque as a 19-year-old.
Oh
So
Lord.
it's not looking good for them. It
So
definitely
many
is not.
kids.
Nah, not looking good. Barca look finished, says Box. Shout out to you. Yeah, by the way, Mental Ball Game says, fun fact, Lamine Yamal has become the youngest player to,
Ada gula.
to watch
Bots,
Gula win
bots,
the
can I tell you
Champions
something?
Oh wow.
League.
Bots,
That
can
is
I tell you
funny.
something?
I actually forgotten about Arda Guler as well, like
Yes, yeah.
youngster as well. Yeah.
Bots, can I tell you the state of Barcelona right now,
Hmm.
Let's talk
Yeah.
on it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
bro? There's the, I don't know if this is the comma or this is the amount, but they're selling a seat, a Spotify Camp Nou seat, model number one, for £200. They're selling grass for £50, £80,
What?
£420. Just open Barcelona's website, like just go to their website and go to shop, and then under memorabilia there is stadium memorabilia, bro. This is what they're doing. Let me actually send you a link. If I can send you in the chat.
Hmm. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You said it's from the website.
Yes, I've put that in the chat, the link for you. It's in the
Barca
chat,
Store. I have it open right now. Get the
bro.
new
They're
Barcelona shirt. What? Wow. This is
they're selling a
incredible.
they're selling a Messi shirt for £2,500 signed by Messi. Xavi is £1,000. This is what they're doing.
This is some creative fundraising. That's one thing I'll give to them though, guys. Let me show everybody really quickly what we're looking at right now. This is some creativity right here from Barcelona. This we need to get these type of fundraisers at at our club. Because if they can actually get to actually sell some players, I mean, raise enough money to buy some players, and like this is some craziness. Look at
My Lord. Wow.
But this is what I was talking about, bots. No one's buying it though. Who's buying this?
what
What is this?
frame
Oh,
with grass from the last pitch at Spotify Camp Nou. That is crazy. That is wild. Seat Model 1. Who's buying this for 200 euros? Craziness. Um, yeah, nah. I've been to the Barcelona stadium before, and I would never like be like, no, I need that grass. Like, what is this? Look, this is some madness. This club is a funny one. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, Box. One thing I know is like Box hates them with a passion. So
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, same here. Same here.
wow. Shout out to Bath Time, by the way, in the building. Shout out to you, my friend. And also, man, this is a wild, wild situation that Barcelona find themselves in. Bath Time says they paid peanuts for a few seasons, Yale, and had 200 mil treasure chest when they saved from Mbappe. Okay, talking about Real Madrid there. Yeah, I mean, the fact of getting Real Madrid for free, that was, you have to say, whether you hate
But
Madrid or not,
but
you have
bots,
to say
you
chapeau to that.
you're not realizing that's their model now. They don't want to pay. So what they're doing is they're actually paying players mad salaries
Mm,
instead of paying a club 80 million or 200 million to sign that player.
yeah.
They're actually paying the players to directly come to their stadium and play, because now players are getting more salaries from them.
That is crazy. Listen to Bath Time's comment.
Well, okay, so bots, if you have to take one player from the current Barcelona squad for, let's say, about, like, for giving up someone like Frank Sancho, who would you take?
Hmm.
You can't pick Frankie De Jong because Eriktenhag is leaving. So now who?
Okay. Let's see. Let's think about it properly because we've had this conversation, but like I feel like Balde is good.
After drops, I'll be listening to the answer in the chat. Okay.
But you see, we need a fullback. We need a fullback, and we need some serious like reinforcement. And I feel like if we get Kunde is a good defender, but I would go with even Araujo would be good.
Yeah.
What about you, Sashiv?
Araujo. Um. Um. Uh. He's a right foot center back, right?
Yeah, hold on, let me just check who's at the door. Yeah, who
Yeah.
are you asking about? Who's a right foot center back?
You were saying Araujo, right?
Yeah, yeah. I have to just check the door real quick, but I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No problem. Shout out to everyone in the chat as well. Compose Smurf says Arojo or Barley. Oh, you mean the Barley as a left back? Yeah, actually I would love him as well. I wouldn't mind him as well. Um, Araujo, I think he seems to be a lot expensive for me. I think United should be going for easily for Todibo. I think at the moment of time. Shout out to you, Luca. Luca as well. Yale as well. Shout out to you as well. Yeah, I'm good, man. Luca, I'm good. Football Power has just gone to see his dog. Puppy has a Barcelona man is not trying to sell. Oh my god, I can't lie. That's funny. You know what? I can't lie. I mean, I've not watched a lot of like news, like transfers and all. It's just, yeah, it's madness. Papi, Papi, you have to read Compost Mouse comment. Papi has as a
Oh,
Barca
Compose is probably cooking me. What did he say?
yeah, he was cooking you. He was cooking you.
I'm a
He
Barcelona
was
fan.
cooking you,
Don't try
indeed.
to sell business. He's just stressed. Nah, that's funny. Shout out to you, Compose. Big out to Brendan, by the way, as well. Says it's the police. You should have never broken that.
Oh,
Nah,
I remembered. I remember that stream. You were just trying to break the lock or something. You were just trying to break
yeah,
the
yeah. No. It was the neighbors that, like, they have a, they were like, "Do you want this?" Like, I was like,
Oh,
"No,
fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
do not want a table." Anyway, on that conversation, who did you choose, Sashev? Did you say Araujo?
Um, I was just going to say Todibo easily. Todibo.
Who?
Todibo.
Ooh, from the Barcelona squad.
No. From the no, from the French league. I like.
Yeah, the question was from the Barcelona squad. That
Oh,
was.
yeah, yeah. I will honestly I will honestly pick Balde for the left back spot.
Yeah.
Balde. Yeah,
Okay.
I will pick Balde. Um, I think most likely Harry Maguire will like stay, so he can be he can be a squad player, and then you can basically add in Todibo easily.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to see for left centre back. I would love to see Inacio, but but I don't even know. I don't even know whether we are going to get him or how.
True. Like, yeah, I think we should look at it from that point of view of like, what do we need? And I really agree with your. I think Balde wouldn't be a bad choice, but somebody also in the chat said, Pedri. Pedri would be an amazing. Bath Time said Pedri would be a way better than Mount, and Pedri would be a steal if at all we could do that. That is,
Yeah,
talk about daydreaming. That would be a nice
100%.
situation, if we could lend Pedri. From the list that Box submitted, I feel like Kurbasi is the one that I'm unsure of, but Pedri, Gavi, Yamal is also great on that right wing. Oh, yeah. Actually, we would be set if we could get Yamal and then we tell left foot Larry to go away. That would be nice. That would be nice. We could really cook. Shout out to
Mark
you, by
just
the way, Luca, in the house
Mark
as
just said
well.
that
I
chat.
appreciate you being here, guys. Don't forget to hit
Um,
the like button if you're just joining in to this conversation. Something that we have to talk about. Boy, I don't know.
am I just hearing from Mark that Pedri has a 100 million release clause? Is it true?
Pedri, Yamal, Ansu Fati, it's one bill, bro. Yeah, a Billy. You can laugh. Like the
Yeah, I
moment
know, I
I
know, I
saw
know.
that, I was like, who is this making these decisions? Craziness. But I also want to make sure we do not forget to talk about how Amrabat's brother was been moving lately. He exposed the truth, a quote unquote truth. Um, about Casemiro. He said the moment Casemiro realized that he wasn't starting, Casemiro actually decided he was not injured for that FA Cup final. He decided to go watch the thing from the stands. He decided to watch the game from the stand. That was like a few hours ago, early on today. But right now, through Man United fan club, right,
Right.
on X, I'm reading that actually Amrabat's brother has made a statement to clarify some stuff that has been taken out of context. And this is the statement right now, by the way. Bath time, hear this. Nordin Amrabat, that's his name. I guess that's Amrabat's brother.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, today, during an interview on television, it was suggested that my brother only played in the cup final due to an injury to another player. My response to this was pure speculation, and my only motivation was to defend my brother who was on the field due to his own merit and hard work. My words have been taken out of context. There was no ill intention whatsoever, and to suggest another player chose not to play is wrong. I don't know what happened on the day, so let's move on from this non-story. These are the words from Nordin Amrabat, clarifying what has been in the rumor mill today. So bath time. I'm just seeing this right now as I'm reading it. So maybe some people took that out of context and ran away with it to get more clicks or whatever. But that is the update on Amrabat. Um, and Brandon says you're thinking about Nuruddin Water, who was at Watford like 20 years ago. But whether it's true or not, I don't know. Was that the brother who told the story then? It was him. It was him. He was thinking of Odion Gallo.
Get out of here, man.
Mark says Pedri is rubbish. I wouldn't touch Pedri. Big up to you, Mark, by the way. Compo says Euro looking promising. Euro looking promising to pair with Martinez. Tall.
Lenny Euro.
on the
Yeah.
ball. Oh,
Lenny
you know
Euro.
much about this Euro?
Heard about him. Yeah, yeah, he's like literally another like young up and coming center back as well.
All right,
Yeah,
let's look him up. He's French. Lenny Euro is his name. And he currently plays for Lille. He can play left center back, right center back. And how old is he? 18 years of age. Okay.
Wow,
All right.
wow.
Lenny Euro. Let's see his height, 1.9 meters. Okay.
I wouldn't mind him though. I don't mind him.
Just based on those facts. I want to see more. Let's see what his actual like current like what the attributes he brings. I'm curious about this. So apparently he's an outstanding physical profile who can cover ground extremely well, and he's braver and more comfortable on the ball than most young center backs. Somebody also said he gives Rio Ferdinand vibes. Okay, all right. So this is this young central defender, guys, that's destined for greatness apparently, and his strengths are composure, first touch, passing, strength, acceleration, and defending. It looks like he has a very good technical ability. He can turn at speed, intelligence, strong in duels, good agility. He's a good communicator. You want that. You want communication. And he rarely loses concentration. He's got a good work rate, calm and composed. All the boxes seem to be ticking right now with this guy, Lenny Euro. If you did not know him before today, like me, this is apparently the profile of Lenny Euro. Lille, young prospect. Let's see if the rumors about him pick up, and we'll see what happens with him. Papi, let's move. Jaden Dortmund Leipzig ask for 38 mil, says Lucky.
Oh.
Is that a good price for Jaden, you think, Sashiv?
I would say like a realistic price would be like 45. I
Champions
don't.
League tax, innit?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
supposed to count for
yeah. I don't.
something. He
Yeah,
played in the final, guys.
yeah. I would say like the I would say like a Champions League final a second place tax.
Runners up medal tax should count for something.
Another medal.
I feel like Sancho is best right now. The conversation that we're having a few minutes ago about maybe figuring out a swap deal, that'll be the best way to try and get Sancho, like get really good a good player to come in, But Yale agrees with 38 mil being a fair price for Jaden.
Yeah,
Really, Compo says 38 for Sancho would mean a loss when it comes to PSR, no, which means it won't go to the budget. Yeah, yeah, 38 is too low, 38 is, if it's just money, no players involved, uh, 45 and higher. 50 at least. 50 at least. Box says 60 mil for Sancho. Take it or leave it. Lucky says Dortmund doesn't want to pay 45 mil. Yeah, it is a tough one. The thing about valuing a player is always like he is the
I
value
wouldn't
of,
be surprised, Papi. I wouldn't be surprised if they. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually extend his loan deal. I wouldn't be surprised with that.
yeah. Bro, with that statement that we just read out, I don't know if you're there for that part of the show. Like, I feel like he wants to stay. He wants to stay by all means. And you know who should go for him? Vincent Company. He should
Yeah,
just go cook at Bayern Munich, and he'll stay over there, and if only they could work it out, because if Dortmund don't seem to have the peas, like somebody else in the German league should be able to, or but I doubt if somebody like Xavi Alonso would ever get close to Sancho. So probably Vincent Company or Leipzig, like somebody
yeah,
said.
probably. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah. Look at how we tied ourselves with this guy. Bath time saying what was Sancho's contract and transfer fee? 70 mil fee, 300K over 5 years.
Oh my
Jesus!
god. Oh.
Jesus
Our
is
club,
Lord!
the way we move, man, it's so annoying. Mentality is of zero player, says Lucky. Oh man, yeah. With Sancho, it's one of those things. I feel we have to get rid of him somehow, whether it's like a goal by a player swap deal or just a financial deal. By the way, something that I want to also, while we're on the Jadon Sancho topic, before we move on from it, I want to call out the English media.
Yeah,
Earlier
yeah.
on, we were making a list of 007 journalists.
Oh yeah.
There's somebody that I want to make sure we do not forget, right? We know, I mean, an outlet like the Mirror, we don't take seriously. They're tabloid, but they try to spew the narrative in a weird way, bro. They try to make it look like Jose Mourinho when he was asked about Jadon Sancho. They tried to make it look like, Jose saying Ten Hag is bad, and it's all like Sancho is bad and it's all Ten Hag's fault. And that has to be called out as well
Yeah,
while we're
yeah.
on it.
They have to call it out as well. That's.
Look at what the Mirror. I'm gonna just show you the headline because I don't even want to dwell
I don't even
too.
read that source, but like, yeah, 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 you can show us though.
But yeah, it's important. It's important to look at this because these guys are gonna be printing story after story for us this summer, and we have to make sure that we do not fall victim to that nonsense. We have to be able to be thinkers for ourselves. Look at the Mirror saying Jose Mourinho slams Eriktenhag for Jadon Sancho's struggles at Man United. Come on. Mirror, congratulations, you're a 007 agent. Like Jose gave a very balanced perspective on Sancho and why he's not performing, and they just ran with the Mourinho slamming Ten Hag. Independent, look at that. Jack Rathbone, another 007 agent, says Jose Mourinho blames Erik Ten Hag for Jadon Sancho's Man United failure. So we're going to put him in here. Jack, you call yourself a journalist, a writer, but Jack Rathbone, I didn't even know you before today, but we have to give you your 007 award, and there we go. 007 settings. That's where you belong, my friend. You as well as Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian, Ben Jacobs,
Bro,
Samuel
Jacob
Walker,
Steinberg.
sit in the same corner, please.
Jacob Steinberg just made you do a just absolutely made you the a stream for
Yeah,
when 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 they were when they were just about to announce ETH had to be sacked after the FA Cup
He,
final.
Steinberg wanted to cause turmoil and make
Yeah.
sure that we lose that final. That's what it was. Another goal.
Oh no,
Sonam Mukherjee.
yeah,
Sonam, I didn't
Sonam
know you
Mukherjee.
before today,
Yeah, he is a real. Yeah. I
but
usually
you are
I usually
also
research
a
more on.
007 agent.
Yeah, they are.
Jose
I
Mourinho
usually
blames
look
Erik Ten
on.
Hag for failing to get the best out of Sancho, as he explains Winger's failure at Man United. These guys trying to run for clicks. Lewis Seeley.
Louis Sean Lee. I saw that as well. This was the one I literally saw this in the morning. Metro Sport.
Well, now we know. We gotta be wary of these guys. Mourinho blames Erik Ten Hag for Sancho's struggles at Man United. Come on, these guys were just trying to run for clicks, and they deserve to be called out. And here is our list today of the journalists on 007 Watch. As the summer continues, we will be looking to see if they regurgitate some more nonsense. We're not gonna drink that Kool-Aid. Big up to you. Yo, also Glazers gotta go out. Thank you, Lucky, for reminding us. That one is one thing we have to keep saying until these leeches are out of our club. Yale says 38 plus 20 mil in wages is 58 M. So
Hey, yeah,
yes, sell him for that
I would
price.
take that. Yeah, I would take that
Talking
price.
about Sancho.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Anything right now. We'll pray the Uber for him to go out. Jose would never say stuff after his experience with Paul Pogba, surely, says Brendan. No, it's like I think Jose, he one thing that I want to mention about that take is like he was so like balanced and he even admitted, he
Yeah.
says, you know what? Sometimes with players, I get things wrong, you know? And
Mhm.
like guys ended up from the mirror and all that, they ended up running with like just a sound bite and a snippet, and they didn't even give like a little bit of like, bro, this is what he actually said. You make a whole article and he just want us to pay attention. Exactly, box, ha ha ha, metro, mirror. These guys are tabloids. They do not deserve our attention at all. Another clown paper. Exactly, like I'm gonna need a bigger whiteboard. You're right.
Yeah,
I
you need
need
a large
to
whiteboard.
keep track of these guys. But the one thing that I want to mention is that Jose Mourinho is rarely wrong on assessment of players, and there's moments where he gets it wrong, just like it's normal, it's human to do that, to say, because you're basically making an assessment, making a prediction using the observations that you've made. But, you know, I know he likes to stir things up, but there's a lot of truth. There's a lot more truth than untruth from Jose Mourinho. Is Erik Ten Hag still the manager? He is in the
Here
house.
comes
The
he
whiteboard
here
man
comes
himself,
here
Professor
comes
Oval. The link is in the chat, by the way. The show is obviously we're sort of like heading towards the 80th minute. We're trying to close it up soon, but I want to hear what you have to say, Omo, because Erik Ten Hag is still the manager. You know, and
agenda
yeah,
must agenda. Agenda must agenda.
agenda must agenda. But Chelsea know where they're going. There are other clubs that know where they're going. So Ineos out is trending right now. And, other clubs are making moves. Real Madrid has got the Mbappe, and we are just stagnant. That's another thing that I want to just say. And Bruno Fernandes is unsure about his future. Rashford is not clear on his future as well. We, the fans, were in a period of limbo. Ineos, somebody needs to tell Ineos, please wake up and do the right thing. Do something. At this point, we just need you to do something. Let's hear the professor. How you doing, sir?
How's everyone doing? Listen, to
Yeah, I'm
speed to
good.
spin
Yeah, I'm
this
good.
up, I have 3 minutes. Cause listen, we're not trying to go all night. Pretty
No, no,
much,
no, no, no. We're not trying to go all
it's
night. We're actually,
first of all,
we're trying to go to the 1 hour, 30-minute mark and then close the show there.
is ETA still the manager?
Yes.
ETH is still the manager, sir.
We'll wait. The war is still ongoing. Sancho versus ETH. The war is still ongoing. Now 1 versus 20. Don't call all these other
The whole
players. Don't
league is
call
going on.
Ganacho. Don't call Ganacho. Don't call Mino. No, this is 1 versus 1. ETH versus Sancho. Don't call his players. Now,
Yes.
now to move on. The thing that Jose Mourinho said, like he is right. As in, he even said like in his past, he mistreated players.
Yeah.
He had learned from his past. He has matured to play. When he went to Roma, he didn't do that. But people didn't notice. People didn't pay attention because he's at Roma. When he was at Roma, he treated everybody equally and fine. Like he had learned from his mistake. But when he's at United, you saw what he did with Shaw. Even when it was at Real Madrid, when he did with Ozil and Casillas, even when it was at Chelsea.
Mm.
I don't know who he did it with Chelsea, but listen, that it was back in the day. And there's another club that he went to Inter Milan where he did with Zlatan. Listen, people learn from that mistake, and it's okay. And ETH right now, he's just learning the hard way. Like eventually, he will get it right. Eventually, he'll get it right. No, he will not get it right. I know he's been like this since Ajax. He ain't gonna get it right. He gotta change. Best behavior is change behavior. It's simple.
I hear it.
Now to the transfer market, people are
Yeah.
watching Ineos. Like, calm down. You haven't seen step one yet. Like, relax. ETH is still the manager. Like, no players is coming. Like, just calm down. Things
Mm.
will happen. Like, I think like things will happen around when Dan Ashworth come in. I think that's when the ball just stop rolling and people gonna be like, oh, why is this? What's this? Because right now you've heard silence from the media. Ain't no leaks. Ain't no nothing. Like the media's is starving right now. I mean, United fan base is starving for some news, and we're gonna get that news.
Yes.
Killing Mbappe to Madrid. Like, listen, it was the worst kept secret ever. Worst kept secret ever. We all knew he was gonna Real Madrid. It's just a matter of time,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
he's gonna go
True,
to Real
true.
Madrid. Like
Mm.
PSG, the whole France tried to throw him the key, and it's been like, nah, I don't want the key. I'm gonna Real Madrid. Like, listen, and he went like also he's put his picture up of him in Real Madrid kid. He's a fanboy. He's going to his dream club. He's trying to, and people are like, oh, he should have gone to Barcelona. He should have gone to Man City. I'm like, for what? For what? To waste my time over there? He's 25. 25 signed a 5 year contract. So his contract will be up when he was 30. Like, listen, we're gonna move on. Listen, if we don't sign a player before Bruno kick a ball at Euros, listen, we're in a tough time. If no wait, let me repeat that. If we do not sell Bruno or give him a new contract before he kicks a ball at Euro, it's gonna be a problem. Because there's
Mm.
some, there's to me,
100%.
there's some deals I can still make, but they didn't make. For example, Trevor Chabla with a link to him, like that deal should have been done already. Like he doesn't need a deal with, he doesn't need a coach to figure out if he's good or not. He is good. He's a baller and he's a white center back. Russ Barkley has gone to Villa, right? Right. I said this last year. I said this last year while the season was ongoing, while we played them. I'm like, bring Russ Barkley to United. Bring Russ
Yes.
Barkley to United. There's another player in that team. I think his name
How
is
old is
Luton,
Ross
right?
Barkley
Doughty.
though?
Alfie Doughty. Bring
Yeah.
him over. There's
Oh yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
this where people
Yeah, I
mention
was
all
just
these
mentioning him before. Yeah, I get
superstar
it.
players
Yeah.
like over 80
Oh,
overall
Barkley's still
FIFA
young.
card. Don't bring them to my team. I just need proper baller to stabilize what we have. Because now we have no left back, we have no center midfielder, we have no striker, and people we're linked to Elise. We have 7 wingers in the first team, sir.
Bro,
Sancho,
Mm.
Rashford,
exactly. Bro,
Garnacho,
exactly. We don't
Greenwood,
even don't need
Ahmad,
any
Pelestri,
police.
and
Yeah.
there's one more person there. There's one more person there. I forgot.
Ahmad Pelestri. I mean, you know about Omari Forson leaving, right?
Yeah, I knew he was leaving. Like, why you give him all this game time? I knew he was leaving. Smart man. I applaud him. Smart man. Go out there and, like, listen, if you're a baller, prove yourself. Look at Dan Iqbal. He left. He's balling. Dan God's coming back. Shea Lacey coming back from injury. Angel Gomez, look at him. He's balling a little. I was signing him in a heartbeat. But listen, all this superstar name, I don't want them. Look, you know what good signing? Yusuf Fofana
Yes,
from
yes, yes.
Monaco. 30
Yes.
mil release clause. Just go out there and get him. Go out
Hundred
there and
percent.
get
No,
him. Like
100%. I will take him.
these are
He's
these
good.
are
He's really good.
deals to me. Those are deals I don't need to deal with. Just sign the player. Whoever your manager is, just coach him. Is gonna work.
You know who I would like instead of the guy that I mean to partner Kobe Mano. I think even Amadou Onana would be good.
I
No,
don't want him to do Nana. You know
no, no,
why?
no, no,
He
no,
plays in
no.
the
Why?
Premier League. This whole
You what?
motion. He plays. First of all, he plays in the Premier League. He plays for Everton. This whole notion that player has been Premier League proven. No, I don't want it because Premier League
No, it's
proven.
not
Well,
about just
listen.
Premier League.
Onana, how much do you think he will go for?
Oh, obviously, maybe
Everton,
that too
Everton is going to
expensive.
demand a
Exactly.
lot.
Of course, yeah.
Exactly,
But Everton is
and
going
he's
to
a,
demand a lot.
and he's a starter. Listen, he might come for like if he fights his club and say he want to come to us, cool. Allow him to come to us. But then
Yeah.
again, because this is why I want the manager gone. You know, it's deeper than this. Like first of all, back. Let's add it. Let me add an issue later, which I've been hiding so far, which I've kept secret in my talk in case people are talking nonsense about this manager. He needs specialist player, like a Frankie De Jong, specialist player. Look at Gravenberg. What is he doing? Look at Delay. What are they doing? Look at Mazuri. What are they doing? Those
Mm-hmm.
players are specialist player. If he doesn't get and once he leaves, or when he leaves, when he's 1 year up and he leaves, we're stuck with his specialist players. That doesn't work for us. That doesn't work for us.
Sure,
This is
sure.
why I don't. So when people say get him his players, no, don't get him his players. His players are specialists. I don't need those specialists. We already have too many specialists already. You know, Lisandro Martinez is a specialist, right? People just say, "Oh, just a center back." He's a specialist.
Sure, sure. He's a
One out,
specialist center
your
back.
one
He's
out,
got
30
a
minutes is
very
up.
niche type of like skill set, and you need somebody who thinks like Ten Hag. If
Exactly,
Lisandro Martinez is going to be effective, as effective for us. But
exactly.
here's the
Go
thing
on.
on the Amadou Onana point. If you watch Amadou Onana play, like he rarely ever loses possession. The ball security is so high, bro. When somebody gets the ball from him, it's like the referee usually calls for a foul, and he would be the perfect guy to release Kobe, to release Bruno.
You said something. You said a good fact there. When he gets the foul, I agree with everything you said. But you know, there's a better player than that out there in the Premier League. Bruno Gomares.
Bruno
Most dual
Guimaraes should
one,
be good. Yeah,
most dual one, and most fouled player in the league. Most fouled player in the league and most dual one in the league. Most header one in the league. Most progressive pass in the league. As a center midfielder in Newcastle, Bruno Gomares.
sure. He's a warrior. I respect him as
I
well.
know
Yeah,
the good thing about what else of us are trying to steal him.
yeah,
Newcastle has problem with money. They have to offload a player, so that's why the links is always Bruno Gomares, Isak, and there's another player out there. Three players, but they said they got to sell at least one of them. Is what the reports said. I think 3 months ago. Minimum they got to sell at least one of them. It wouldn't be smart of us just go out there and just buy Bruno Gomares. Just that's the play you need to steal. Like they just go out like yo, sell me your Bruno Gomares because you have to sell him. You have money problem. You have to sell him. You have money problem. If you don't sell him to us, you got listen. Arsenal, they're looking at Isak. Links said they're looking at Isak. They can just say,
yeah.
hey, we want Isak. They're looking at Isak. We're
You
looking
know,
at Bruno Gomares. Who you gonna sell to? Eventually, you got to
no.
lose the player.
On Bruno Gomares, like I feel like for me, I'll defer to you. I won't say I've watched him collect the ball from a center back or from the goalkeeper a lot. You know,
Yes.
I see him more in advanced positions. Like as a central midfielder, he's box to box, but I feel like I've seen him excel more. Like,
You know what you have, but do you know who's the deep line in the whole midfield three?
oh,
He's the deepest one. He's the deepest one. So if
okay,
him getting fast forward, that's the same of him being far back. And again,
okay.
that's why I say it's important. That's why I said the dudes one. He's the highest in dudes one. He is fifth. Paulina is number one from
Paulinho
Fulham.
is another one. Okay,
Paulina
so
number
those are
one.
my two wish list.
Jao Gomez from Wolves is number two. Jao
Okay,
Gomez from Wolves is number two. He's number
Thiago Gomez, yeah,
5 or 6. Bruno Gomares in dude
definitely will
one.
take him.
sure.
So those are things I'm looking at. I'm looking at a player like he's just like an instant buy. You buy him, you put him, you slum him in Manchester United midfielder, everything just work. Then once you do that, you go get your center back. Trevor Shabla is one. Who else? You go get yourself a left back. People say promote Harry Mas. No, you do not promote Harry Mas. That's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
You like listen. There are deals out there that has to be done. That doesn't need a deal with. It doesn't need the manager approval. Cause listen, if Terry Hag deal wants Bruno Gomes or Frankie De Jong, what would he say? Frankie De Jong. You don't need a Frankie De Jong. And Frankie De Jong is a specialist. If you also leave, have you seen Barcelona?
Of course.
I've seen Barcelona. This man can't. This man he has no space in that midfield. The only reason why he's playing is Pedro Gavida injured. Once those two come back, this man is going back on the bench. Goodwin's playing. Romero starting over him. What are we doing here? What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
I hear it, guys. Let's move on from that one. Yeah, there was some news earlier on saying that Erik Ten Hag is likely, very unlikely to stay at Manchester United. That is
I
the
have to. We have to wait for that. We have to wait for that
I need
Ornstein's confirmation
well.
from
There's an
that.
exclusive from the Muppeteers. There are some candidates for the Manchester United managerial position that haven't been mentioned much in the media.
beautiful, beautiful recycled news. That's amazing recycled news. Oh, that recycled news is amazing. I give that an A plus. The recycling of
Yeah,
that news is an A plus. We knew that
crazy
already.
craziness. It's like a crazy guessing game, recycling game, and I'm getting sick and tired of it.
Oh,
We'll see by
Papi,
tomorrow.
I
Maybe
have a,
we might add the Muppeteers to this
We might
007.
have to add them.
Papi, I
Don't
have a
worry
hot
about
take.
that.
I have a hot take of Jose Marino. Th-
Oh,
Listen, I believe Fenerbahce is in the Champions League, right?
I think that in the Europa League. Let me just double check. Hold on.
They're in the Champions League. I'm looking at it. Oh, they
Oh
got
yeah, they were second, right, with
yeah
99 points. So probably
yeah. So
Champions League.
Champions League qualification. That that team is gonna go far with Jose.
Yeah.
That team will go far. Like I could see them crazy enough in the semis or quarterfinals. Semis or quarterfinals. Because again, that team have ballers in them. People don't watch Fenerbahce, so don't tell me what they have and what they don't have. I watched them because I've been tracking two particular players on that team,
Yeah.
Kanoko and Ismail Jucic. I've
Isn't
been track.
Tadic already there right now?
Yeah, Tadic, Jeko is there, Fred is there. Listen, that team is gonna go far, and this early prediction, that
This
team will
is a
go for the
really
Champions League.
early prediction,
You, you,
you're making.
so you know why I can ignore the chat because nobody watch Fenerbahce. You don't watch Fenerbahce. You do not watch Fenerbahce, so you can't tell me nothing. You don't watch Fenerbahce, you can't tell me nothing. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say.
I mean, even if they do, you have a right to make that prediction. But
No,
that's
no,
the
no.
one.
They can't say nothing. They can't say nothing. Just accept it and just said okay. Just all
We
you
will
can
be
say
there
is
for
okay.
that. We
Can't,
will be there
can't
for
give
your.
Omo his props when they actually,
We will
get
be there.
okay.
I'll,
Let's,
I'll,
let's
I will, I will come back to this. Remember that.
So obviously we know Fred is there, Tadic is there,
Fred is
Jeko,
there. Shadik is there. Jacko is there.
Batshuayi.
Yeah, but right there. No, but then my main thing I'm looking at is the number seven Freddie Cadero and Ismail Yushek. Those are the only two players that I'm looking at because their potential is there.
Yeah, Bonucci has not retired yet. He's over there.
Only love his old man. His old man will do whatever he want them to do.
Yeah.
So that just say, and listen, it's gonna be a fun time. So Yanko is over there from Leicester. Listen, it's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait.
That is craziness.
Ineos is looking for a
Uh,
niche coach.
Oh,
Yes,
Ineos is looking for a niche coach.
yes, they have to look for a niche coach because the niche coach they have went to Ajax.
so maybe some of
And you know who that niche
the
coach is?
news that oh yeah, that meeting agents is actually not to replace Ten Hag. Who knows?
And you know you know who their niche coach was before? It was a goalkeeping coach for Robert De Zerbi. Listen, like I
Right.
said, I also remind you that somebody has paid the Zerbi release clause. Where are they? Where are you going? Where are you going, sir?
That one
You
is
have a
a is a
club.
is,
You have
is
a
a
club.
mystery to me.
You
That
have a club. You have a house. You're not telling us
yeah.
where you live. Where are you living?
It is. It is. It is. I just saw Mark's comment from earlier on saying, no, Amadou Onana is not as good as Scott McTominay. Nah, nah, nah. So
Oh, this you are a top red. You are a
those
top
are
red.
two different players, two different profiles, and two different functions. Like I
Exactly.
feel like Onana. I look at a midfield like this, Mark. Like every piece has to complement the other. And for me, that's why I'm standing on the Onana train, saying like I look at him, I see a player that is got the aerial ability, he's got the physicality, he's got the ball security, and he's also you wouldn't say he's slow. Positionally, really good. But of course, João Palhinha would actually probably most suit us better than from if we continue with Ten Hag and how we play. Palhinha probably would be better because he's a better tackler than Amadou Onana. But
Yes.
that is just like how, and he may look average. You were saying that he sounds, I make him sound good, but he's average. He definitely looks average in an Everton team. But take that average player and get the players that complement him, you'll see what the cooking is all about. That is just my opinion on it, and I totally agree that you deserve a right to have your own opinion, which can be different,
I
and
can't wait.
um,
You
we can
see,
only see.
Mark have calmed down. He said Amadou not worth something, man. You see, not, you see,
It's
now
not
he's
worth 70 mil.
that is correct.
That's a lot of money for sure. If you could get him for cheaper than that, then I think it'll be a good buy.
But to praise Scott
Talking
McTominay,
of goodbye, Compo says I think Baldy is gone.
yeah.
Is it because of the Muppeteers? Why do you say that, Compos?
No, because you know so funny when I was saying that this manager is gone and I wanted him out, people were like, "Oh, he's gonna be in. He's gonna be in." I'm like, listen, once that off season come, the high has come down.
Yeah.
You're like, we finished eighth. We finished eighth. We finished bottom of the Champions League. You look at the Champions League. You're like, Real Madrid versus Dortmund. We're not up to that level. We're not up to that level. Man City, Arsenal, we're not up to that level. We are still chasing the Man City of 3 years ago. We are chasing the Liverpool that won the league. That's the team we are chasing right now. They are ahead. They're an advanced project, but we're still chasing that team. Listen,
I
listen,
hear it. I hear it.
it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long for us, Manchester United fans. It's gonna be long for us, and I'll be here.
And we will be, you know what? We will be here. Another thing that we'll be here for, by the way, Omo, I did not ask you about this, about Chelsea and the Italian charm. They're looking to, continue the Italian.
I
Uh,
respect it. I respect it because the manager doesn't ignore the midfield. He played 4-2-3-1. He played 4-2-3-1. Doesn't abandon the
no,
midfield.
no. Listen, I'm mentioning it because listen to this. I think it was Vox who said, Chelsea are run by idiots, but we're Manchester United is run by indecisive idiots. So which one would you take, Sashiv? Is it an indecisive idiot or like just an idiot idiot? You know?
I'm not, to be honest with you. I'm not at all. Simply, I'm just free from. I'm just free from summer transfers.
It's friggin- See, the way I see it is they have
Yeah.
a game plan like playing Portugal. I understand, but they gave this man a 5-year contract. The game plan is to
I have to head off for work, guys. I'll see you guys.
all right.
Yeah, bro.
I think they're trying to they're trying to stay with this man and they gave him a 5-year contract and I respect it. Like you made a decision. Like I know people, other teams will be scared out. Like, oh, are we sure we want to do this? Are we sure? And they're like, just pull the trigger. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Pochettino is going. You need to bring somebody in, and they just get the manager from Leicester. No one expected him. No one expected him at all. And again, Papi, I told you this during the FA Cup. Watch Leicester versus Chelsea. I said watch Leicester versus Chelsea. Chelsea won, but Leicester played a good game. Listen, I just see things in the future. I see things in the future. They were hype about Karen McKenna. Listen, I was just like, it is what it is. Every manager that goes away, goes and comes, it is what it is. And again, it all depends on the Euros. When the Euro is up, some managers will leave, some managers will stay. The
True
roulette
that.
will still go. The roulette will still go. The manager roulette will still go, and we are here for it.
Anyway, the roulette will keep rouletting. Something that I want to mention as we close the Chelsea sidebar was that Mikhailo Mudrik, he now has had as many managers at Chelsea as he has scored Premier League goals for the club. Five. Where's Chelsea then? I want to remind him of that. It is a very funny stat, Mark. A big shout out to Luen, by the way, who's just joining us as we're wrapping up the conversation. I really wish you were here earlier on when maybe go back to the beginning of the stream if you can. Because we covered a lot of different topics today, a lot of stuff that is happening, transfer news, and also, Eric Ten Hag news. And we also made a journalist, a 007 list of journalists. I use that with quotation marks. And these are the guys that have spewed things, untrue things, in the last couple of hours. And most of them related to Eric Ten Hag. So we're going to keep an eye out for how the story unravels. And yeah, Mark says I should add Omar to the list.
For what?
The 007 list, for the watch list.
007. That I speak facts.
No, Mark, you're stupid, bro.
This is how this is how I know who don't watch football. I'm not watching football.
He said because you predicted City to batter us. That's why he's saying that.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What was my score? 3-1? 3-1 loss.
That is funny. Oh man, yeah, no, but anyway, hopefully, tomorrow we would have had some clarity on this Eric Ten Hag situation because it's dragging on, and I'm tired of it, bro. I just need some answers quickly, so that we can sort of just at least feel like we're stable as a club. Because at this moment, the way things are moving, we'll be behind. We're gonna miss out on a lot of players. Like we see how you were talking about the relegation market. We did not look into it last season, and here we are. It's gonna pass us by, and we're only gonna get the fruits. Remember, like during COVID when it's like the lockdown and everybody is getting like running to the store to get like toilet paper, like the pasta and the fruit. Like we're gonna end up getting the fruit that is not so good. This fruit that people have looked at and be like, I'll get something else. So right now, I would be happier. I would be a more relaxed and calm fan if Ineos can make that decision, whether they're Eric Ten Hag in or out. They just need to definitely just get out of that fence and speed up that review. Anyway, shout out to guys that have been in here, that have been Sashev, Omo. Big shout out to you guys as well. And also, haste makes waste, says Mark. But bro, it's been too long. It's been too long. We need guys that know where the future of the club is going. And if they hadn't decided before, like the FA Cup final, what's taking so long? This is not like they're selling the club. It's feeling like they're selling the club all over again, bro. It's like Glazer 2.0. Or it's like the remix of that Glazer sale. And this is not looking good, in my opinion. We're going to miss out on a lot of talent. And I'm not happy as a fan. Maybe Mark is. United have the biggest pull in England. Relax, we'll get our targets. This pull is not pulling, Mark. The pull, let's stop living in the past. Let's stop living in the past, bro. Right now, the pull is not pulling. I feel like Manchester City are gaining a stronger pull. Arsenal are now even starting to gain a stronger pull. We need to move fast, bro. Big up to King in the building. Say, brother, I have no idea what's going on. King, man, you're coming at the end of the show right now. And the summary of it is nobody knows what's going on. We need something to go on, though. ASAP. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to Lucky. Shout out to King. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to you, R10. Shout out to Yale, Luen coming in through as well. Compost and Box, obviously. Bath Time. Shout out to you, Brendan. Big shout out to you. I appreciate you so much for being in the chat and for hitting the like button as well. And also, who else? I want to make sure I don't forget Luca. Big up to you as well, my G. And Yeah, and that's about it for now, you know. Oh, and Nick, I can't forget Nick. Big love to you, Nick, and Stephanie, and who else? And Admiral Drex, who was here earlier on, and Manj, as well as Shay. Guys, yeah, big love and appreciation from me to you. I hope you have yourself a lovely rest of your Monday. Tuesday, we will be here, hopefully, with some real news about what Ten Hag's future looks like, not speculation. We're tired of the guesswork. Hopefully, this 007 list does not keep on expanding, bro. That's what I'm gonna say and close the show on. And um, efficiency is a very key ingredient in execution. So I will end the show on those words. My name is Botswanapapi. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We out of here. Peace. And Vicky, you've been here. You've been lurking. Shout out to you, Vicky. Much love. I appreciate you so much.
Football Power Hour!